Chosen ones, you've passed God's hardest test, and now the reward is coming, a divine outpouring that will shake the foundations of your life. This is no ordinary moment. You've walked through fire, stood firm in storms, and faced trials that would have broken others. But you're different. You didn't just survive. You emerged stronger, radiant, and ready for what God has prepared. The heavens are aligning, and the blessings you've been waiting for are already on their way. Stay with me, because this message is for you, and it's about to change everything. Your journey hasn't been easy. God's hardest tests are reserved for those He calls His own, those destined for greatness. Think of the weight you've carried: sleepless nights, moments of doubt, the pressure of a world that tried to dim your light. Yet you stood tall. You faced the darkness and didn't flinch. That's why the reward is coming, not as a small gift, but as a flood of abundance that will touch every corner of your life. Your faith, your resilience, your refusal to give up, these are the keys that have unlocked the storehouses of heaven. Let's pause for a moment. If this message is speaking to your soul, hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path. Your support sends this light to others who need it. And if you feel the power of this moment, drop a 777 in the comments. That number carries divine alignment, a signal to the universe that you're ready for what's next. Now, let's keep moving, because God's plan for you is unfolding right now. The test you passed wasn't just a hurdle, it was a refining fire. God wasn't trying to break you, He was forging you. Like a blade tempered in heat, you've come out sharper, stronger, unbreakable. The world may have seen your struggles, but they didn't see the divine hand guiding you. Every tear, every sacrifice, every moment you chose faith over fear, God saw it all. And now He's saying, "Well done, my faithful one." Your reward isn't just material wealth or fleeting success. It's a transformation so profound that it will mark you as His forever. Picture this: a seed buried in the dark, pressed down by the weight of the earth. It could have stayed dormant, forgotten, but with time, with pressure, it broke through, reaching for the sun. That's you. The tests you faced were the soil, the weight, the darkness, but you didn't stay buried. You pushed through, and now you're about to bloom in ways you never imagined. People will look at you and wonder what changed. They'll see a new fire in your eyes, a new strength in your step. This is God's promise coming to life. Your reward isn't just for you, it's a beacon for others. When God blesses you, it's not to hoard, but to share. Your victory will inspire those who are still in their own tests, still fighting their own battles. You'll become a living testament to what happens when you trust God's timing. Your life will speak louder than words, showing the world that no test is too great when God is on your side. This is the moment where your story becomes a miracle others can't ignore. The enemy thought they could stop you. They threw obstacles, doubts, and fears in your path, believing you'd crumble. But you didn't. You stood firm, anchored in faith. And now the enemy is trembling. Why? Because your victory exposes their defeat. The darkness that tried to swallow you is now retreating, unable to withstand the light God has placed within you. The Bible says, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." Isaiah 54:17. You've proven that truth, and now the reward is yours. Let's talk about what's coming. This isn't just about money or status, though God can provide those in abundance. This reward is deeper, a peace that fills your heart, a purpose that lights your path, a joy that no one can take away. You'll wake up each day knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be, Opportunities will find you. Doors you didn't even knock on will swing open. People will be drawn to your light, sensing something divine in you. This is the overflow of God's favor. You might be wondering, why me? Why now? Because God chose you before you were born. He saw your heart, your strength, your ability to stand when others would fall. The tests you faced weren't random. They were designed to prepare you for this moment. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. You were set apart for a purpose, and now that you've passed the test, God is ready to reveal what He's been preparing all along." If this is resonating, take a second to hit that like button and drop a 777 in the comments. Let the heavens know you're claiming this promise. And if you haven't already, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls who are stepping into their divine destiny. Your presence here is no accident, and your support helps this message reach others who need it. Now, let's keep going, because there's more God wants you to hear. The reward isn't just a one-time gift. It's a new season, a shift in your reality. Where you once felt stuck, you'll now feel free. Where you once felt lack, you'll now see abundance. This isn't about chasing dreams. It's about receiving what's already yours. God has been working behind the scenes, aligning people, places, and opportunities for you. What felt like delay was preparation. What felt like loss was pruning for greater growth. Think of Joseph, sold into slavery, thrown into prison, forgotten by those he helped. His tests were brutal, but they weren't the end. They were the path to a palace, to a position of power where he saved nations. Your tests, like Joseph's, were not meant to destroy you, but to elevate you. The reward coming now is the palace moment where everything you've endured makes sense, where God's plan unfolds in ways that leave you in awe. This new season will bring clarity. You'll see why you had to go through what you did. The pain wasn't wasted. It was shaping you. The struggles weren't punishment. They were training. Now, you're stepping into a time where every step feels guided, every decision feels certain. You'll carry a confidence that comes from knowing God is with you, directing your path. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord." That's you, chosen one. The world will notice the change. People who doubted you will see your rise and wonder how it happened. Those who overlooked you will now seek your wisdom. Your life will become a testimony, not because you sought attention, but because God's hand on you is undeniable. This reward isn't just for your comfort, it's for His glory. Every blessing you receive will point others to the God who never fails. But here's the key. You must receive this reward with faith. Doubt will try to creep in, whispering that it's too good to be true. The enemy will try one last time to make you question God's promise. Don't listen. You've already passed the hardest test. You've proven your faith. Now, hold fast to the truth that God is faithful. Hebrews 10:23 says, "Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess. For He who promised is faithful. Your reward is certain." This moment is a turning point. You're not the same person you were before the tests. You're stronger, wiser, more aligned with God's purpose. The reward coming isn't just about what you'll gain, it's about who you're becoming. You're stepping into a version of yourself that reflects God's design, bold, radiant, unstoppable. The world isn't ready for the light you're about to shine, but God has prepared you for it. The tests you faced taught you to trust God's timing. When everything seemed to fall apart, He was holding it together. When you couldn't see the way forward, He was carving the path. Now, as the reward comes, you'll see his faithfulness in every detail. The job you thought you'd never get, the relationship you thought was lost, the dream you thought was impossible, all of it is being restored, multiplied, made new. You're not just receiving a reward, you're entering a covenant of abundance. God's promise to you is eternal, not temporary. This isn't a fleeting moment of blessing, but a lifelong outpouring. Malachi 3:10 says, "Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven." You've tested him with your faith, and now he's opening the floodgates. Get ready for overflow. Your story is becoming a miracle. People will hear what you've been through and marvel at where you are now. They'll see the scars of your tests and the glory of your reward. Your life will speak of God's power, his love, his ability to turn ashes into beauty. Isaiah 61, 3 promises a crown of beauty instead of ashes. That's what's happening now, chosen one. Your ashes are becoming a crown. The reward isn't just about what you see today. It's about the legacy you'll leave. The blessings flowing to you will touch your family, your community, generations to come. You're not just being blessed, you're being positioned to bless others. Your life will show what happens when someone trusts God through the hardest tests. Your story will inspire faith in those who are still in the fire. This is a moment to stand firm. The enemy may try to distract you, to make you doubt the reward is real, but you've already defeated those lies. You've walked through the valley and come out stronger. Psalm 23:4 says, "Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." God was with you then, and he's with you now, leading you into the reward. Your faith has been your anchor, and now it's your wings. You're about to soar into a season where everything aligns. The dreams you've held in your heart, the prayers you've whispered in secret, God has heard them all. The reward coming is his answer, his promise fulfilled. You're not waiting for a breakthrough anymore. You're living in it. This is your time, chosen one. The tests you faced were not just about survival, they were about preparation. God was teaching you to walk in his authority, to carry his power. Now, as the reward comes, you'll walk with a new boldness. You'll speak with clarity, act with purpose, and live with joy. The world will see a new you, not because you changed yourself, but because God transformed you. This reward is a testament to God's faithfulness. Every step you took in faith, every moment you chose to trust, was recorded in heaven. Now, the heavens are responding. The reward isn't just a gift. It's a declaration that God keeps his promises. Romans 8:28 says, "All things work together for good to those who love God." Your tests were working for your good, and now the good is here. You're stepping into a season of overflow, where lack has no place. The financial struggles, the emotional weight, the physical exhaustion, they're being replaced with abundance, peace, and strength. God is restoring what the enemy tried to steal. Joel 2:25 says, "I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten." That restoration is happening now, chosen one. Your reward is not just for today, it's for every tomorrow. God's blessings don't fade, they grow. The more you walk in his purpose, the more you'll see his hand at work. Your life is becoming a canvas for his glory, a masterpiece of his grace. People will look at you and see not just your success, but the God who made it possible. If this message is stirring your spirit, drop a 777 in the comments to claim this reward. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen one souls who are embracing their divine calling. Your faith is a light that others need to see. Now, let's keep moving forward, because God has more to show you. The tests you passed weren't just about proving your strength. They were about revealing your purpose. Every challenge was a stepping stone to this moment. You didn't just overcome, you became. You became the person God always knew you could be, someone who reflects His heart, His power, His love. The reward is the fruit of that transformation. Imagine a river, steady and strong, carving its way through stone. That's your faith. It's been cutting through every obstacle, shaping you into something unstoppable. Now, that river is about to overflow, bringing life to everything it touches. Your reward will not only bless you, but will spill over into the lives of those around you, showing them what God can do. The enemy tried to make you believe the tests were your end. They wanted you to think the pain was permanent, the struggle was your story. But God had other plans. He was writing a victory, not a defeat. Your reward is the proof that His plans always prevail. Psalm 33:11 says, "The plans of the Lord stand firm forever." His plan for you is unfolding now. This season of reward is also a season of revelation. You'll see things you couldn't see before. You'll understand why the tests were necessary, why the delays happened, why the pain was part of the process. God is pulling back the curtain, showing you the beauty of His design. What you thought was chaos was His masterpiece in the making. Your life is about to become a magnet for miracles. The reward isn't just one blessing, it's a chain reaction. One door opens, then another, then another. Opportunities you didn't expect, connections you didn't seek, resources you didn't know existed, they're all coming. God is aligning everything for your good, and it's happening faster than you think. The tests taught you to stand alone when necessary, but the reward will bring community. People will be drawn to your light. Inspired by your faith, you'll find yourself surrounded by those who see your worth, who honor your journey, who want to walk alongside you. This is part of God's promise, a family of faith to share in your blessings. You've passed the test, but the journey isn't over. The reward is here, but it's also a beginning. God is calling you to step into new territory, to dream bigger, to trust deeper. The faith that carried you through the fire will now carry you into the promise. You're not just surviving anymore, you're thriving. The reward is more than you can imagine, but it's exactly what God planned. It's tailored to your heart, your needs, your purpose, what you've prayed for, what you've hoped for, what you've believed for. It's all coming together. Ephesians 3:20 says, God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. That's the reward you're stepping into. Your tests were a classroom, and God was the teacher. He wasn't just testing your strength, He was building your character. Every challenge was a lesson in faith, patience, and trust. Now, as the reward comes, you'll see how every lesson prepared you for this moment. You're ready to carry the blessings God is pouring out. The world is watching, chosen one. Your life is a stage for God's glory. The reward isn't just for you. It's a message to those who doubted, those who mocked, those who didn't believe. They'll see what God can do with someone who refuses to give up. Your story will silence the skeptics and inspire the seekers. This reward is a shift in your reality. Where you once saw limits, you'll now see possibilities. Where you once felt fear, you'll now feel freedom. God is rewriting your story, replacing every loss with gain, every sorrow with joy. The tests were real, but so is the reward. You're living proof of God's faithfulness. Your heart has been prepared for this moment. The tests stretched you, but they also expanded your capacity to receive. You're ready for the abundance, the peace, the purpose God is bringing. You've proven you can handle the fire. Now you'll show the world you can handle the blessing. This is your time to shine, chosen one. The reward is not just a destination, it's a journey of becoming. Every step you take now will be marked by God's presence. You'll walk with a new authority, knowing that the one who brought you through the test is the one who's giving you the reward. Your life is a testimony, and it's only getting started. You've passed the hardest test, and now the heavens are opening. The reward is coming, not because you earned it, but because God promised it. Your faith has moved mountains, and now those mountains are crumbling to make way for your blessings. Get ready, chosen one, because your life is about to change forever. The tests you faced were not just obstacles, they were invitations to trust God deeper. Each one was a chance to say, I believe, even when I can't see. And you did. You believed. You trusted. You held on. That's why the reward is so significant. It's the fruit of your faith. God is honoring every moment you chose Him over despair. This new season will feel like a dream, but it's real. The blessings will come in ways that surprise you, in moments that take your breath away. You'll look back and see how every test was a setup for this moment. God was never against you. He was always for you, working all things together for your good. Your reward is a reflection of God's heart for you. He saw your tears, heard your prayers, felt your struggles. Now, He's responding with a love that knows no limits. The abundance coming is His way of saying, you are mine, and I take care of my own. You're about to see just how much He loves you. The tests shaped you, but the reward will define you. People will know you not by your struggles, but by your triumph. Your life will be a living sermon, preaching God's goodness without saying a word. The reward is your testimony, and it's going to echo through generations. You're not just receiving a reward, you're becoming a vessel for God's glory. The blessings will flow through you to others, touching lives you may never meet. Your story will inspire faith, spark hope, and ignite purpose in those who hear it. This is the power of a chosen one who's passed the test. The enemy thought they could keep you down, but they were wrong. God was lifting you up, preparing you for this moment. The reward is your victory lap, your proof that no test can stop God's plan. You're walking into a season where everything changes, where God's promises become your reality. This is your moment, chosen one. The reward is here, and it's bigger than you ever dreamed. God is moving, and nothing can stop what He's set in motion. Your faith has carried you this far, and now it's time to receive. Get ready, because the best is yet to come. The reward God is bringing isn't just a moment of triumph. It's a divine shift in your existence. You've walked through valleys where others would have turned back, faced fears that would have paralyzed most, and held on to faith when the world screamed for you to let go. Now, the heavens are responding with a cascade of blessings that will redefine your life. This isn't about fleeting moments of joy. It's about stepping into a reality where God's favor surrounds you like a shield, guiding every step you take. Your tests were like a sculptor's chisel, carving away what didn't belong. Each challenge stripped away doubt, fear, and limitation, revealing the masterpiece God always saw in you. The reward now is the unveiling of that masterpiece. You'll feel a new strength in your spirit, a clarity in your mind, a fire in your heart. People will sense it. Your presence will carry a weight that draws attention, not because you seek it, but because God's glory shines through you. This season is about divine alignment. The tests taught you to trust God's voice above the noise of the world. Now, as the reward comes, you'll see how every step was leading you to this moment. Opportunities will appear like stars breaking through a clouded sky, sudden, brilliant, undeniable. A job, a connection, a vision you thought was lost will resurface, polished by God's hand, ready for you to claim. This is His promise taking form. The enemy tried to convince you that your struggles were your identity. They wanted you to believe the pain defined you. But God was writing a different story. Your tests were not your story's end. They were the prologue to a chapter of victory. Now, as you step into this reward, you'll see how every moment of hardship was a brushstroke in God's plan, creating a picture of grace that will leave others in awe. If this message is stirring your soul, drop a 777 in the comments to declare your faith. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls embracing their divine path. Your support spreads this light to others who need it. Let's keep moving forward, because God has more to reveal to you today. Your reward is a testament to God's timing. The world moves fast, demanding instant results, but God moves with precision. Every delay, every closed door, every moment of waiting was Him aligning the pieces of your life. Now, those pieces are falling into place. You'll see connections form, resources appear, dreams come to life, not because you forced them, but because God ordained them. His timing is your foundation, and it's unshakable. Think of a tapestry, woven with threads you couldn't see. Each test was a thread, each moment of faith a knot, each prayer a color. Now, God is pulling back to show you the full design. The reward is the beauty of that tapestry, your life, woven with purpose, glowing with His glory. Others will see it and wonder how you emerged so radiant. You'll know it was God, working in the hidden moments, preparing you for this. The tests you faced were not just personal, they were spiritual battles. The enemy didn't just want to stop you, they wanted to extinguish the light God placed in you. But you stood firm, rooted in faith, and now that light is blazing brighter than ever. Your reward is the amplification of that light, a beacon that will guide others through their own darkness. You're not just blessed, you're a blessing. This new season will bring a shift in how you see yourself. You're no longer the person who merely survived. You're the chosen one who thrived, who turned trials into testimonies. The reward will reflect this new identity. Confidence in your steps, peace in your heart, purpose in your actions. You'll carry yourself differently, not with pride, but with the quiet assurance that God is with you. The reward isn't just about what you gain, it's about what you release. The tests taught you to let go of fear, doubt, and the need to control. Now, as God pours out His blessings, you'll walk in freedom. You'll release the weight of past failures, the sting of rejection, the burden of worry. In their place, you'll carry joy, hope, and the certainty that God's plan is unfolding perfectly. Your life is becoming a mirror of God's promises. Each blessing you receive reflects His faithfulness, His love, His power. People will look at you and see more than success. They'll see a God who keeps His word. Your reward is a declaration to the world that faith is not in vain, that tests are not the end, that God's love is unstoppable. This is your story now, chosen one. The enemy's schemes are crumbling in the face of your victory. They tried to trap you in cycles of despair, but God broke those chains. Now, as the reward comes, you'll see how every attack was turned for your good. What the enemy meant for harm, God used for your growth. Genesis 50:20 says, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. That's the truth of your journey. This reward will bring restoration. Relationships that were strained will heal. Dreams that were buried will rise. Health that was shaken will be renewed. God is not just giving you new blessings, He's redeeming what was lost. You'll see how every tear you shed was a seed, and now those seeds are sprouting into a harvest beyond your imagination. Your faith has been your compass, guiding you through the darkest nights. Now, that same faith is leading you into a dawn of divine favor. The reward is not just a gift, it's a confirmation that your trust in God was never misplaced. Every time you chose to believe, you were building a foundation for this moment. Now, that foundation is bearing fruit. The tests you passed gave you a story to tell. Not a story of defeat, but one of triumph. Your reward is the platform to share that story, to show others what God can do. You'll inspire those who are still in their tests, showing them that the fire doesn't destroy, it refines. Your life will be a living proof that God's promises are true, that His love never fails. This season is about stepping into your authority. The tests taught you who you are in God, and now the reward will show the world. You'll speak with boldness, act with wisdom, live with purpose. People will notice the change, not because you're seeking attention, but because God's power in you is undeniable. You're not just blessed, you're anointed. The reward is a shift from striving to receiving. You've fought the good fight, and now it's time to rest in God's provision. The blessings will come without struggle, flowing like a river that never runs dry. You won't need to chase them, they'll find you. Psalm 23:1 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." That's your reality now, chosen one. Your tests were a preparation for influence. God didn't just bring you through for your own sake. He's positioning you to lead others. Your reward will open doors to impact lives, to share your faith, to show the world what God can do. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a channel for them, a vessel for His glory. The enemy wanted you to believe the tests were your punishment. They weren't. They were your training ground. Each one built your resilience, deepened your faith, sharpened your spirit. Now, as the reward comes, you'll see how every lesson equipped you for this moment. You're not just ready for the blessings, you're ready to steward them well. This reward is a divine exchange. God is taking your pain and giving you peace, your lack and giving you abundance, your fear and giving you faith. Everything the enemy tried to steal is being restored sevenfold. Proverbs 6:31 says, "If he is caught, he must pay sevenfold." The enemy has been caught, and now God is repaying you with blessings beyond measure. Your life is a testament to God's power to transform. The tests could have left you broken, but instead, they left you whole. The reward is the proof of that wholeness, a life radiant with purpose, overflowing with joy, grounded in faith. People will see you and know that only God could have done this. The tests taught you to walk by faith, not by sight. Now, the reward will show you what faith can do. You'll see miracles unfold, not because you forced them, but because God promised them. Your life is becoming a canvas for His wonders, a story of His grace. Every blessing you receive will point back to Him. This season will bring a new rhythm to your life. Where there was chaos, there will be order. Where there was struggle, there will be ease. God is aligning every part of your journey, your work, your relationships, your dreams with His purpose. You'll feel the shift, a sense that everything is finally falling into place. The reward is not just for you to enjoy, it's for you to multiply. God is entrusting you with blessings so you can be a blessing. your wealth, your peace, your joy. They're tools to build his kingdom, to lift others up, to show the world his love. You're not just a recipient, you're a steward of his grace. Your tests were a fire, but they didn't consume you. They purified you. Now, as the reward comes, you'll shine like gold. People will be drawn to your light, not because you seek their approval, but because God's presence in you is magnetic. Your life will speak of his goodness without you saying a word. The enemy thought they could silence you, but God had other plans. Your voice, your story, your faith, they're louder now than ever. The reward is amplifying your influence, giving you a platform to share what God has done. You're not just surviving, you're proclaiming his victory. This reward is a divine reset. Everything that was out of alignment is being set right. Your heart, your mind, your path, they're being renewed. You'll feel a fresh start, a new beginning where God's promises take center stage. This is the moment where your life becomes a reflection of his glory. The tests taught you to stand firm, and now the reward will teach you to soar. You're not bound by the limitations of the past anymore. God is lifting you to new heights, where your dreams aren't just possible, they're inevitable. You're stepping into a season where faith turns into reality. Your reward is a declaration of God's love. Every blessing, every opportunity, every moment of peace is his way of saying, I see you, I know you, I'm for you. You've passed the test, and now his love is pouring out in ways that will leave you speechless. This is your time, chosen one. The world may have tried to define you by your struggles, but God defines you by his promises. The reward is his way of rewriting your story, showing the world who you really are, a chosen one, anointed, blessed, unstoppable. Your life is becoming a masterpiece of his grace, and the best is yet to come.